Welcome back, guys. So last video you probably saw Justin cleaning up his garage, talking about his projects. So it's my turn today. I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on. Most exciting project is this right here. This is a Super MK3 diff out of a non-turbo, but it also had LSD, so that's cool. The reason why I went with the 4.3 Super final drive is because it's going to give me a little bit more acceleration. Now what I'm thinking is, because I'm running a MK3 Supra W58, it was really made for a 4.3, and what the Cressida currently has now is a 3.9, so I'm just looking for a little bit more wheel spin, a little bit more boogie in second gear, because right now it's starting to catch up and I start to lose spin. I gotta like clutch kick or yank the e-brake again to keep the wheels spinning. So 4.3 diff, more boogie. Aside from all of that, we got all the new bearings and seals. What I didn't pick up was the side bearings, because these suckers are like 70 bucks a piece, but seeing how this one is, I probably will end up buying them and putting new ones on. So yeah, we got new seals and all that for that diff. What other things we have is this. So Weir Performance makes a upgrade kit for the LSD, because these diffs start to wear out, and again, it's like a 30-year-old diff. Because they do wear out, they don't lock as well, so this right here will make everything gravy again. So we're gonna go ahead and crack that thing open in another video and install this, along with the LSD. We also have this spacer right here. This is the pinion spacer. So somewhere in there there's like a crush sleeve, and when you start hammering on it, that crush sleeve could start moving, and then you could strip your pinion and final drive, or your pinion and your gear. So yeah, solid spacer with some washers and some shims, and throw it in there and it shouldn't move as much. So there's that. So that'll be another video for another day. I tried to disassemble this myself. I got the top nut off the diff flange, but the pinion didn't want to drop through, so I got to press it out and take it over to Justin to do that. So we'll cover that in another day. And then over there, these are the Fox coilovers, and you're like, well, what's Fox coilovers doing? You guys build drift cars. Well, outside, you can see it. I got rid of the Forester, and when I got rid of the Forester, I was looking for another car, and I ended up picking up a 2020 Tacoma. So Tacoma is my daily, and also what's going to tow the Cressida to the track. So it's got the towing capacity. We'll see if it's got the power to make it up those hills on the way to like Willow or Grange. So we'll see if it has enough power. Also cool thing is that it's also the 6-speed manual. The 6-speed manual only comes in one trim, and that's the off-road trim. So that's one I ended up getting, and it's got 4-wheel drive and a bunch of cool things that I really don't care for, because I'm used to driving old cars, but I'll take it. Technology is cool, whatever. So these Foxes are 2.0s. I don't plan to off-road, so it's not like I need the reservoirs or the bigger shocks. I just wanted a leveling kit, but I don't really like spacers, so I ended up getting real coilovers for the front and then just replacement shocks for the rear to match. So those will be going in on another video, so stay tuned for that one. So yeah, you're probably wondering what the hell's this video about, so you're probably wondering what's going on today. So my plan for today is, well, the Cressida. The Cressida's been washed. It's been sitting in the garage since it's been raining, but it hasn't gotten wet. It hasn't seen the outside since it's been washed. So I'm gonna go ahead and detail this thing today. It's been about a year since I did the last detail, and most of my cars see details maybe twice a year. I mean, it's not a show car, but it just makes it easier to wash, and stuff that gets stuck onto the paint is easier to clean when it's a good detailed car. Plus, I do it for the hot boys at the track. You gotta look good if you suck, right? So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and detail it. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up all this stuff on the ground and put the Cressida in the middle of the garage, and then we'll go ahead and get started, and I'll show you what steps I'm gonna do to detail the Cressida. guys, so I got the car moved into the middle of the garage so that way it makes it easier for me to get all the way around the car, and then I got my supplies out. So let me show you what I'm going to end up doing today. The car's been sitting for a little bit, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this stuff right here. It's like a quick detailer with a little bit of waterless wash and some water, and this worked really good at the track at cleaning off all the mud. So I'm going to go ahead and spray the car down real quick and get the dust off because the car's just been sitting for a little bit. Right? Once I'm done with that, then I'm going to use the same spray with this pad right here, which is like a synthetic clay bar. Which is cool about this is that it goes on the buffer. So that way I don't have to sit there with by hand and do it with clay. I can go ahead and use the buffer and do a clay bar to the car. Once I'm done with this, then behind there is the Meguiars Ultimate Compound. I got some scratches here and there, especially like door handles and then on the trunk from just putting crap on the trunk when the car's been sitting. So I want to go ahead and touch up some scratches. I'm not going to do the whole car with this stuff. I'm only going to do the heavy scratches so that way I can get those parts to blend in because it's an old car. Previous owner really didn't take care of it. So I'm just doing the worst parts with the rubbing compound or the ultimate compound deal from Meguiars. After that step, then we have the all-in-one polish. I'm gonna do the whole car with that. And then once we're done, the polish is also a sealant, but it doesn't say to leave it on, so it doesn't really last that long from my experience, so I'm gonna use Jetseal over it. Jetseal is like Chemical Guys' best sealant, and I like this over a wax because it lasts longer, and the car still beats water, even it's been a year since it, so I really like this product, and it really does a good job at protecting the paint. So there's that. The VRP is for all the black parts, so like the lip and the bottom parts and the tires. I'm gonna go ahead and do that when I'm done. Metal polish is for the lips. The wheels got redone not too long ago, but I've been driving it in the rain, so the lips just started to lose their luster. So I'm gonna go ahead and polish the lips when I'm done with the detailing part or the paint part. So there's that. And then your final step is to use the spray sealant to break up any chunks from the Jetseal and the polish that we've been using. So I'll do that as the very last step along with Windex to clean the windows. So there's that. The pads I'll be using, I got the orange pad, which is the a more abrasive pad to use with the compound, and I got the white pad to use with the all-in-one polish, and then I didn't bust out was for the Jetseal, I'll end up using a black pad, which is the softest of the pads to apply the Jetseal. So, yeah. So I'm done with the first step, and that's the clay bar, synthetic clay bar, whatever you want to call it, paint scrub deal. And so now I'm moving on to, I got the orange pad on the quarter cable, bust up the ultimate compound, right? And I'm just going to do areas that have a lot of scratches or need some work. For instance, I took off the mud flaps, and you can kind of see where the line was. The ultimate compound should help get away that line and help get away, make it blend in better. On the door handles right here, I got a little bit like scratches. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that. And then in the back, one of my taillights popped out. It was the driver's side one, and it was flapping around, so it left a bunch of black marks on the bumper and like over here. So the ultimate compound should take all that stuff out. So. finished the compounding step, and we'll go ahead and take a look and see how good it came out. Yeah, so all the black marks came out on the bumper and stuff, which is kind of cool. Got a nice shine to it. A lot of the scratches went away. I can still see them, but hey, it's good enough. I wish the rest of the car looked like that. As you can tell, like, this stuff is hazy, but the next step should bring out the shine in this. Medium white pad and the all-in-one polish sealant, so we're gonna go ahead and use that stuff. I'm not gonna go as crazy with it. I'm pretty much gonna do 2 passes, like one horizontal, one vertical, and then wipe it off and then keep going. So yep, that's the plan. Alright, we're back. The moment I start to shoot, the neighbor starts doing their yard work, so that's great. Anyways, I finished the polishing step with the all-in-one. So let's go ahead and take a look at the car and see how it looks now. It's got a nice shine to it. A lot of the oxidation went out. There's still some there, but I'm not too crazy about trying to get it all out. It looks real good because of that, you know, the rubbing compound first. I mean, there are some scratches still there, but not too crazy about it. Okay, so the last step to all this is the Jetseal, which is the sealant. Again, I prefer a sealant over a wax. A wax does have a little bit a better shine when it comes to like the carnauba properties and like making paint pop. But being that I only do this once a year to this car, I'm just gonna go and throw in some sealant, and this stuff lasts a while. So yeah, this is my preferred product. It's the Jetseal from Chemical Guys. I go on with a super soft foam pad and spread it out and let it sit. I don't mind this step versus the other steps, because other steps, after you polish, you have to take it off like immediately, otherwise it gets crusty and sticks to your paint. But the sealant or a wax, you can just apply it once and just leave it there. So the application of this with the buffer just goes really fast, and so, because I don't have to wipe it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. So I put the Jetseal in the car, so now it's got to sit for about 20-30 minutes. So that's the whole car is done. I used the last of the bottle, which barely gave me enough. What was left over, I put it on the most weathered areas, which is normally like the front bumper, the hood, the roof, and the trunk. Normally, when your car gets contaminated, you know, stuff falls like from the sky, whatever, and it normally lands on the flat surfaces, and it makes the flat surfaces worse more than the sides. So I put more Jetseal on the top areas because it gets, you know, UV sunlight and, you know, whatever stuff, contaminants that fall out of the sky. And then down here where, you know, the wheels kick up a lot of dirt. The door panels, not so much. You know, I just put a thin layer because I knew I was running out of Jetseal. So while the Jetseal cures on the car, I'm gonna go ahead and polish the wheels. I'll show you what I'm using. I don't know if you've seen the wheel video where I refinished them, but I use this cone right here, this foam cone, on a cheap Harbor Freight drill. I prefer the corded one because I don't have to worry about batteries. That, and then again, we're gonna go ahead and use the Mother's Mag polish, which seems, I prefer the best. I mean, I've used the cheap stuff like Brasso and stuff, but the Mother's Mag polish seems to do a better job at getting rid of the scratches and bringing out the shine. So that's what we're gonna do to that wheel. Me about 5 minutes. I went ahead and just polished this wheel out. So yeah, look at that. It's got a nice shine to it again. Again, it's not perfect, but then again, these are wheels from 1991 that I refinished by hand, and I literally polish it every 3 to 6 months. So yeah, that's the shine I get from just doing a quick polish. So let's go and take a look at the front wheel, which hasn't been polished in a minute. You tell it doesn't have the same luster. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of the wheels, and then I'll take off the Jetseal. Alright guys, well I am done. After I took off the Jetseal, I went ahead and cleaned the wheels and used the VRP, which is a plastic dressing for all the black parts. So like my front lip and where the side skirt should be, it's normally like ashy black. So just a quick wipe with that stuff. I also use the same stuff on the tire. Use it as tire shine. So yeah, let's take a look. Cars looking fresh. Wheels are nice and popping. Yeah, and everything's nice and smooth. Let me grab a towel and throw it across. Oh yeah, look at that glide. Oh yeah, also, when your towels hit the ground, they're dirty. So don't use them on your car again, because you could pick up pebbles, rocks, whatever, stones, and you could scratch all the hard work you just did. So yeah, and your racket's dirty. Oh, throw it over there by the dirty bin. So that's it for today. You saw earlier in the video what my other projects are gonna be. Maybe Justin will come over and we'll do an episode together. Both of us are virus free, so yeah, let's bet on that neither of us are gonna give each other the coronavirus. So till next time, I'll see you guys later.